I am so excited about this show. It's an absolute love letter to Diana. It's a real tribute to her and her life. And it's, it's obviously told in a very traditional British way that there's a little bit of naughtiness in there. It's a bit irreverent, is how I would describe it. But it's filled full of really great pop tunes and five drag queens who are kind of like an inner monologue of Diana's life. Like you have those conversations with yourself. It's sort of like that, but with five drag queens doing it on stage. So we're having a conversation between and with ourselves, and then also with the audience, and explaining how, all about Diana's life while singing these songs, kind of recreating it.
I absolutely love this. Not one, but five drag queens, all absolutely fabulous. But who's the biggest diva?
Ah! The director.
Good answer. Now, you are all playing the People's Princess, who was absolutely iconic, but it is different stages of Diana's life, right? So you're all, that inner Diana. Which inner Diana are you going to be, Davina?
Well, I'm the one who's desperate for attention, so she knows that there's something naughty going on, and she's kind of torn about it because she loves Charles, um, and she wants this to be a happy marriage, but it's not the ideal set of circumstances.
So, yeah, absolutely. You've got that depth. If you got the eyeliner right as well, because we've got to get the eyeliner right with
And
Diana, don't we?
heavy eyeliner for Diana. Yeah, yeah. We all had a good old practice for our photo shoot day. We had a good old practice of how we're going to approach Diana's face, because really she wore very it's very subtle. The makeup was very subtle, so it's not. This is not a Diana face.
Really?
There's a fair bit on this mug today. Um, Yeah, so it's very pared back. It's very pared back, the makeup, and it's that's always fun as well. Trying on the costumes and seeing yourself like completely different to how you're used to seeing yourself. Yeah, that's an interesting experience.
I imagine so, but I mean, come on, she had some costumes of herself because of the
Oh,
fashion. There's got to
she
be fashion
really did.
drama. Yeah.
Yeah, she really did. She had just the most iconic wardrobe. She would wear something and then suddenly people would be interested in what it was, where it came from. Can I get one? How do I recreate this kind of look for myself? So she was very much a fashion icon, but with a style rather than following fashion trends, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely leading the way.
Mm.
Now, we've got strong divas in here. We've also got a strong powerhouse diva in Keala Settle as good old Queen Elizabeth II, our late great queen. What is that like to be on stage with Keala?
I am pinching myself every single day that I'm in a show with Keala Settle. I mean, that is absolutely crazy to me. But I have met her before. I went to see a show, and she was there with a friend of hers, an actor who is very handsome actor. Ooh.
You still with
And he said, "Oh, what's your name?" I said, "Oh, I'm Davina. I'm just a drag queen, a silly drag queen thing." And Keala said, "Don't you ever say that. You are not just a silly drag queen. You're Divina De Campo." And I was like, "How do you know who I am?"
Oh, I love her even more now. Of course. I mean, right, Kiala's got pipes. You
Oh,
have got pipes, serious pipes as well, because I've seen you perform. You've been in
mm.
Chicago, you've been in SpongeBob the musical. What are you going to be belting out? Because there's a plethora of great, like real musical divas in here. You've got Britney,
Yeah.
You got Dua Lipa.
Yeah, loads of really, really great stuff in there. So all of us do the opening number all together, which is an Ava Max track, which I'm really excited. I'm a big Ava Max fan, so I'm really excited about that one. And then I'm doing Carly Rae Jepsen, Cut to the Feeling, which isn't really like a,
Wow.
she's very pop, is Carly, rather than like she's a pop stroll rather than a big diva. So I'm obviously going to approach that song in the way that I'm going to approach it rather than the way that she does. And then I'm really excited because we get to sing Before He Cheats. I dug my key into the side of his souped up little four-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats. So I'm excited about that. You can tell I haven't warmed up. Um, I Yeah, so I'm really excited about that one because that's like a real great, there's a lot of grit and she's angry and so I'm really excited about that track. But the songs are just brilliant the whole way through. And like you said, we've got Dua Lipa, there's Demi Lovato, we've got Miley Cyrus, it's amazing.
So, if I was to say to you, you're stranded on a desert island and you've got to take one from the mixtape on
Oh.
loop, make the crabs learn a dance routine on the desert to it, what would it be, Davina?
I think it would be Before He Cheats. I think it would be that. I think it's great. It's like one of those perfect revenge songs. It's brilliant.
What do you think Diana would make of this? Because I think she was very much, well, she was into the arts, wasn't she? And I remember a story of her doing some boy drag with Freddie Mercury, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Diana was a drag king. She was busy going to the RVT and living her life, having a nice time. And she was also sh- very up for a laugh and for joy. And that's what this is. The whole show is just filled with joy. And this time in history where everything is very, very serious right now, the world is a very serious place. So we're doing our absolute utmost to put a bit of joy out into the world and a bit of irreverent hilarity.
I definitely think we need that. Now, if there was one member of the royal family who would secretly love this, who do you think it might be?
Or I mean, listen, if I say one person, there's going to be a load of people who hate that person because that's just the times that we live in, isn't it? So I think they'd all really enjoy the show.
Well, there you go. Very diplomatic. I'm going to finish with some quick fire questions, if that's all right.
Okay, I'm
I've got
ready.
a
Let's do it.
one for you. All right. Okay. Ballad or banger?
Oh, ballad.
80s synth or 90s heartbreak?
90s heartbreak.
Crown or corset?
Crown.
Ooh. William or Harry?
Both.